Well, I personally, all I have to say is that I thought the wedding was atrocious.
That's a little harsh. I mean, there was nobody standing up anybody. It actually happened, the wedding.
Well, that to me is the worst part. That it went ahead, I find incredibly offensive and upsetting. But that's just me. You know, the experienced senior executive who nobody listens to when he says that this entire wedding idea is a bad one, and that us aligning with polished response is only going to end in tears. Our tears, because we've been crying in our soup, not that we'll have any soup left, because polished response is going to steal all the Campbell's tins.
I always cry at weddings. Always.
Not me, I had my tear ducts removed.
That was the smart move.
It's better in the long run. Better in the long run.
It wasn't even a great ceremony, all things considered. I've been to weddings in the past where, you know, it's some big overblown affair, and I'm not that into that. I get the idea of an intimate gathering of friends and family, but this whole church?
Yeah, what was that? That was a church.
That was a church.
What was so special about that? Like, I hear people bang on about church weddings all the time, how important it is to do stuff in a church. I turn up, it's just a big house with one room. I didn't even see a toilet. I mean, there was that thing that he was dipping babies in earlier in the day. I mean, I went in that, but otherwise I couldn't see any decent facilities. Barbaric.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, the music was swelling in all the right places. There was goats suspended from the ceiling, baying at all the right notes. They took what could have been a bland, regular wedding and kind of spruced it up, I thought. It was dressed up in a way that put a smile on my face. I don't know.
The only time I was smiling was when we got to throw rice at Craig on the way out the church. That was hilarious, mostly because I choose to interpret the word rice very liberally. And I had armfuls of copies of Queen of the Damned.
The nice thing about throwing Anne Rice novels as opposed to Rice is that there's no risk of harming the local avian population. You know, the pigeons aren't going to eat Anne Rice. They're not even going to read Anne Rice.
I wouldn't be too sure on the pigeons eating Anne Rice thing. I've heard rumours.
Really?
Well, more importantly, look how happy Craig was. And his blushing bride... What's her name again?
I think it's Holly.
All right. From Polished Response. The union was clearly not just a business maneuver. That was true love I was seeing between those two.
Really?
I think. I mean, their eyes were open.
I mean, I'll give you that. Their eyes were open.
But they, you know, they signed a couple of pieces of paper, shook hands, and turned and walked out. I mean, this is not a love thing. If it were a love thing, we wouldn't let Craig be anywhere near it. Because that could infer we want him to be happy.
If I find out that this union is in any way happy, I'm going to file the highest complaint I can with corporate. Because that's abuse of me.
Yeah, we can't have him walking around smiling, being cheerful, enjoying life.
That's harassment in the workplace. I will not be harassed by Craig's smile.
I'm confused. I'll be honest. I've gotten to know you guys over the year, and I really enjoy you. You make me feel really good, but your, I don't know, hatred, I guess, of Craig, it's never sat right with me. He's so harmless, and for him to inspire these emotions, these are emotions, right? That you're feeling for him? Is that the word for it?
It's the kind of normal, natural human response to the vicinity of Craig. And that you don't feel it. That you don't feel this hollow, bitter emptiness in your stomach just from looking at him. has, to be quite honest, alarmed me.
It's troubling, right?
I didn't see you throwing hardly any books at him on this wedding day or any other wedding day. I remember when we heard that there was a wedding going on 2 towns over, and me and Conrad instantly reached for our Harry Potter collections and started pelting the boy, and you just sat there looking.
No emotion on your face, just silently judging us. And I don't understand it. I really don't.
I wasn't judging. I was more assessing and noticing how...
You're calculating?
Well, I mean, you could say I was adding things up, trying to compute your hate compute your sort of hostility and rage towards the joy of others. It's been a little bit of a puzzle, I admit. I'm still trying to
It's not just others, it's Craig. And why wouldn't it be Craig? The man is insufferable.
He's around me anyway. He's been a peach. He's been a perfect gentleman. Overall, I would rate him a B-, I guess, as an intern. He's gotten some things done, which is better than some of...
In the name of Jesus Christ's BMs are you talking about?
He's never done anything overtly bad.
He's never done anything, overt or otherwise. He is a lump of gristle in jean shorts, and he deserves to be fired out of a cannon into a pile of other cannons.
And yet he's been with the company for longer than I have, and you've never let him go or really given him much in the way of feedback?
I let him go once, when I was holding him by his ankles on that bridge. Stupid bastard fell into a trawler full of garbage and survived. And now he's gotten married. And Doris! You've been to the buffet table. Have they got those little sausages on sticks? No! This day goes from bad to worse.
Well, Doris looks very nice, though, and I enjoyed the taste of these... What are these little... It's shiny. Oh, I guess these have been metal the whole time. Just little squares of tinfoil. But still, you can chew them. They go down.
That does not sound healthy.
That doesn't sound like what a person should be eating, Paul.
Well, so far so good.
Do you mind if I call you Paul, by the way?
Yeah, I suppose you could call me Paul.
Okay, it's just I probably know someone called Paulson.
Well, you've known me for a little while now, and
Have we, Paul? If that is your real name.
It is? Yeah, it's my real name. It's right there on my job application, and you've known me for a little while, and at the very least, these weddings, these events, celebrating hallmarks, landmarks in our lives. It's a nice way to recognize who really matters to you, and you guys really do matter to me.
I'll tell you what matters to me, Paul.
Yeah?
What matters to me is this company.
Mm-hmm.
I love this company. I've given this company my blood, my sweat, and my tears. Literally.
Not to mention my urine and my mucus and some gray matter.
A lot of skin.
A lot of spinal fluid.
An eye, temporarily.
I mean, apart from the color difference, you wouldn't notice.
It's perfectly fine. That's why I wear my sunglasses at night, like that song.
I totally understand where you're coming from.
Absolutely.
We have given everything.
I would strangle a cat for this company. Again. And I just want to ask you, Paul Sincere, one question.
Sure.
Whose side are you on, man?
I mean, I'm on the side of the people, and FistShark is mostly compromised people, and I'm on the side of FistShark, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, you know, you've spent a lot of time arranging this wedding, talking with human resources over at Polished Response, haven't you?
Well, yeah, there was some back and forth. There was some coordinating. There was some relationship building. I think it went pretty well. We were relating to each other, talking about things we do and saying, "Oh, I do that too. Oh, we both do that. We're kind of the same," and it really helped, I think.
Yeah, brilliant. I'll tell you what, Paul. I don't like to cause scenes at weddings. I like to keep things on the down low. I like to keep it quiet. If there's any problem during the big day, I like to, discuss this like gentlemen, reasonably. However, this is Craig's wedding, so Jacques!
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I assure you it's not fine. I'm accusing this
just
man.
Go ahead, go. Yeah.
I'm accusing this man. Everybody pay attention to me on Craig's wedding day.
Where was this energy during the ceremony? If you were so fired up about stopping the wedding, they had that point in the ceremony where they said, speak now or forever hold your peace. And you stood up and you opened your mouth and your lips moved, but you said nothing.
I was confused, Conrad. I stood up and then I forgot what the question was when the priest said it.
Is there any reason why these two people shouldn't be joined in matrimony?
I know, and I was gonna say yes, but then I forgot what I was stood up for. I saw a bumblebee outside.
Okay, but you had a time and a place. Let's not make a mess of the reception now. It's too late.
I've been protesting this wedding for weeks, and you're telling me I only get to protest it in that 10-second window when that man, dressed all in black with a collar round his neck, told me that I could talk.
Well, yeah. Yeah, actually. I mean, that's...
If I'd have known that, I'd have done it sooner. Every fucking Thursday, a man all in black with a collar round his neck gives me permission to talk.
And you just don't say anything?
Well, no, because then I get a paddling.
I'm a little puzzled here. So Thursdays, Man in Black paddling, protesting the wedding. But what are you doing right now? What is your goal at this point?
Oh, ho, 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 ho. I think you know perfectly well what I'm doing, Paul Sincere. Or should I call you Beep, Boop, 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 Beep?
I suppose you could call me Boop, 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 Beep, but that's not my name, and
Did you hear him, Conrad? He just said boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, like a robot.
No, I heard it.
Beep, beep,
I heard
boop,
it.
boop, boop.
Mm-hmm.
Are you implying something? I mean, is there something you just want to spit out? Because I feel like there's an elephant in the room, and that always makes for tension. Persistence leads to resistance. Why don't we just stop pursuing whatever you're pursuing and just come out with it so we can chew it up and get over it and move forward together as friends?
Well, there's no fun in that, Paul. It's better to catch you out doing subtle sleight of hand and mind game tricks. Like this one, for example. What's your favourite Nightmare Before Christmas character?
Ooh, tough one. Probably Zero.
See, Conrad, he speaks binary!
Speaks binary?
Torture.
I mean, I'm speaking right now with words in English. It's my preferred language. I don't know if your suspicion is really warranted. I'm a regular guy. I love to be friends with you, too. There's nothing strange about that, is there? You both have a lot of friends. I don't know why that would strike you as so unusual.
We'll continue this in a second, Paul. Right now, the best man's about to speak. That was beautiful. Right, back to where we are. You're a robot, Paul, okay? Conrad, I'm just going to come out and say it. We've danced around this long enough. You're a robot spy from the future, sent to harvest our brains, probably.
So you're speaking literally. You're not saying that I'm just a little too staged and forced and trying to play up a preconceived character instead of just being my natural self. You're saying that you think I'm made of circuits from Circuit City?
Yeah. This is like that second time I called you a sheep once, which was literal, as opposed to the first time I called you a sheep, where that one was metaphorical.
So you've gone from sheep to robot now? I mean, come on.
That's the classic progression. Have you never played Sheep Robot at school?
It's funny you should mention. I didn't go to conventional schools. I was schooled in a home, in a home.
A scientist's home, was it, with test tubes and beakers and little swirly wires?
I mean, sure. I don't know what. I have the feeling you're going to try to use that against me. But yeah, there were some wires. Shouldn't there be?
Have you ever seen the movie Blade Runner?
Oh yeah, starring Dick Ford and Rimy Stiegelson. Is that his name with the blonde hair?
Need I say more?
Well, maybe we can just agree to disagree.
I don't think I can agree to disagree. Let me ask you this. Have you ever waged your battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, Paul?
I think that's not an unusual thing to do, though. I mean, the Decepticons are evil.
And they are dicks.
So there's nothing wrong with opposing evil, right?
Well, I mean, it depends which senior partner you ask.
Did you see Dr. Nightscream's date?
Don't change the subject, Conrad. Holy crap, is that her?
Yeah. Like, that does not seem natural.
Mm-mm.
How does a woman like that wind up with a person? Ish.
Ostensibly. I mean, it's hard to tell under the overalls and mask.
That just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Yeah, she's alright, I guess. I mean...
So, this is the shit we're talking about.
What?
A normal human being would look at that person and say, holy crap, she does not belong with that, thing. Like, way out of his league. Completely other planets. And you're just, like, no emotion. Passionless.
I have money. Ow! I keep forgetting that line doesn't work on women who aren't actually prostitutes.
Right, yeah.
Because they think I'm suggesting they're a prostitute.
Right. And then,
Then I get slapped.
Yeah. That's the thing about prostitutes. Professional dignity, you know? That you don't find that with normal women.
But see, I could have told you that was going to happen. I unlike you two, I understand people and I treat people like people. And to suggest that I am unnatural, that I am not a person, because I have humanity is... I mean, I love you guys, don't get me wrong, but this is one of your imperfections that I'm hoping we can delete with control. Do some sort of alternate plan for you two to control and delete this particular behavior.
Do you even hear what you're saying? The words that come out? You literally just gave us a break command.
Yeah, like, you're not even being subtle about it, Paul.
I had to have a break. You mean like breakdancing? I did a little of that back in high school. I could never get the windmill down, but I was always pretty good at the robot. Oh shit!
On the nose, Paul.
It's just,
and it's really, but I'm not. I'm just okay.
I mean, just
so
straight out, flat out admission of guilt.
I am not a robot. I'm not a robot. I am not a robot.
Okay, two things are inescapably true. Okay, one. You have engineered this entire merger, partnership, alliance situation with Polished Response. It was your idea. You carried and pushed it through. You made all the arrangements. You did this. And two, you are very quite clearly a robot. Like, there's just, robots keep coming up. Robot behavior, robot concepts.
Mm-hmm. I've seen you do robot-y things, like drive a car and go to the bathroom.
You make robot-y noises. You have robot behavior, like calling your mother. Which, by the way, no personal calls on work time. Like, you keep that shit at home.
I thought we were supposed to be hanging out and having fun, guys, at the wedding. We're supposed to be celebrating the union of people, and of companies, and of life. Why don't we just focus on the goodness of life for a change?
Well, here comes the bride, I guess.
Hey, Holly, how are you? Oh, man, I'm so flattered that you would take the time to check in with us as we're still just getting into this group. So I understand that there's probably other people you've known for longer and have more of an intimate relationship with, but all the same, here you are. Thank you so much.
Paulson, Jim, Conrad, thank you so much for coming to the ceremony. I really love seeing you guys here today.
Well, it was company mandated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all the same. Craig, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Your mother? No. You can talk to your mother later after you get me that file I asked you for. Yeah, go. It's in the car. Thank you. Anyways, you were saying?
I see you and Craig are getting along in the standard way. So
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I mean, now that I've bought the cow, I can get the milk for... Craig! What did I tell you? Go! Get it! It's in the car. Oh my god, he's in car. I never asked.
He's the worst. I know. He's absolutely the worst human being on. You know what I find works really well? Is if you just take a rubber band and a paperclip, and you just bend the paperclip until, it's like in a V, and you just pull back and fire them at him. Aim for the eyes. That provokes the strongest response. But, I mean, it's nice because you can just keep it in your pocket and it's there as a conditioning tool. And eventually he learns what, does and doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sort of.
That's very helpful. Craig tells me that he's an intern for your company, but he has never told me who he's actually interning for. What exactly is the deal there? Is that a formal arrangement? Is he actually attending school?
I think that's something best left as FistShark business, rather than just shared willy-nilly at a wedding reception. Let me make one thing clear, sister. It's obvious that I don't like you, and you don't like me. That much is obvious, I think, to everyone in the room. I'm also sensing what I feel is a sort of sexual dynamic here, a tension, if you will, between two hot-headed young executives with a lot of potential. And I'm not saying I'm against exploring that. I'm just saying that you don't want to hitch a ride on this truck, baby.
I'm going to stop you right there. Because I don't sure where that's really coming from. I don't know. I'm really feeling it. But if we could just get back to the intern thing, I'm wondering, am I to expect a paycheck?
It's just normally what I'm saying is that there's a kind of will they won't they thing going on. Is what I was driving at there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how you're reading into that. But if we could just again, I'm concerned because Craig hasn't mentioned about the. Yeah, the essential tension. This is Jim. This is our first time meeting, right? I mean, we've never. I don't recall. Anyways, if we could just go back to the paycheck.
Okay, so what you're saying is Craig hasn't explained the whole reason, and position and role and responsibilities of his internship, is what you're saying.
Oh, I generally find that Craig is too terrified to speak in my presence, and so no, we haven't gone over...
Well, no, that's good, because that means that he is staying within the terms of his non-disclosure agreement. We wouldn't want to have to send enforcement security to go and do something about that. So no, that's great. I really just keep an eye on that for us, if you would. I mean, since you're going to be around and we're going to be in communication and working together, that'd be wonderful, because he has a tendency to to be trusting and a little naive, and so I've always been a little concerned that he might
goddamn idiot.
Expose some company secrets. So yeah.
I
Keep
see. So
us in the loop.
When I say, should we be expecting a paycheck, is that a yes or a no?
You'd really have to talk about that with Craig, I think.
And would that be in violation of his non-disclosure agreement, or?
It's like his personal life is it's not something that we want to have too much control over, except for, where he lives and when he eats and when he sleeps and so forth. I mean, anytime he's out of the office, it's his thing.
Yeah,
so
I'd
don't
still
worry
like
about
to retain bathroom privileges vis-a-vis Craig as well. if I can. If that's
No, I actually, yes, that would be nice.
yeah, I like to control when he shits.
And nobody shakes me out like he can. So both sets of bathroom privileges we're gonna have to keep. But we'll hash out all of these details.
I mean, as his wife, I feel like I should be the one dictating when and where he can shit because he's mostly going to be on my time.
Nah,
the least he could let me do
is
dictate that level of control and how he spends his time. Because, this marriage is an investment.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. It's just I like controlling the things he does and thinks and says, and smell. I like controlling the way he smells as well, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Not for pleasure. It's for his own good.
Well, it's not pleasant, frankly.
No, not the way I wash him.
Well, Jim, while you were talking, I was actually looking up the rules and regulations around the legal ramifications of a marriage, and I think Holly's right on this one. She actually has the right to decide when Craig shits, as opposed to you deciding when he shits. So
what?
I mean, if you'd like to pay me for that privilege, if you'd still like access to his shit schedule, that's something that you can, I guess, negotiate through me. But that's, as it's my legal right now, I really need you to respect that role, Jim.
Well, Holly, I think you'll find that I have a lot of money, and you're no doubt aroused by this. You're no doubt interested in that. There's probably a heat in your loins, knowing quite how wealthy I am. But let me just make one thing clear. I will not pay to exercise my rights over my boy.
Jim, I just want to make it clear that as of today, signing this paperwork, that I have retained complete control over Craig's entire life. That includes his pooper, that includes the schedule it's on, that includes what he eats to produce what kind of consistency. I control when he goes, I control where he goes, whether that's defecating, whether that's bemuting, that is pooping from a great height or distance, whatever that is. That is my responsibility now. Paulson, it's been great seeing you and catching up, but I have other guests to attend to. I'll see you gentlemen later.
Have a great day.
So great. Oh.
And what do you think that was all about?
I'll tell you what that was about. That was about fucking takeover. That's what that was about.
Everything she said, except anything literally, screamed corporate takeover.
I'm shocked. I'm beyond angry about this. I feel betrayed. I feel utterly betrayed, And I've tried, Paulson. I've tried.
He's tried.
I tried to see some humanity in you.
The good in you. The spark of light. But, Paulson, see, you have brought a witch's viper into our river.
Are you talking about Holly as a viper? I mean,
Holly, or as I call her, Hell-E. Because she's probably the devil.
Yeah, you've basically cursed us all. You've damned us. You've damned us, Paul.
Oh, jeez. I get your trepidation. New things are scary. Transition is scary.
And look at him. He doesn't even care. He doesn't care at all. Just totally flat, no emotion, no apology, just cold, calculated logic. I cannot believe we didn't see the signs earlier.
We should have seen it coming.
Well, I know what we can do about it now.
Yeah, we're going to have to do to you what God did to Judas when he found out he was a robot.
You just let him go home?
Oh no, Paul. Oh no.
Do you like that?
Disassemble him, Conrad! Get his skin! Take off his robot skin and hair! Pull off his arms! Hit him with the arms that you've pulled off! Get his robot's cock! Make Craig eat it! Oh, that's a lot of blood for a robot, but I'm not going to think about it right now!
There's a lot of blood for a robot!
A lot of blood! That's a lot of... Oh,
That is...
Ooh, dear. Oof. That is
Yeah.
a mess. I'm not gonna lie. That is that is a mess. Oof. I see bone. I see internal organs. We've covered the blood, and we've covered a lot of things in the blood. Just my little joke there.
I mean, it's not a lot's identifiable.
Oh, that might be a wire. Oh, no, that's just a bit of the stringy bit behind his eye.
Oh.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. And suggest that maybe he wasn't a robot.
Well, here's to the happy couple.
Yep. Their special day. Best of luck to you. I think we're gonna time
to go, right?
Yeah. Have a
early
good one.
day.
Oh my god! Oh, so tired. Early bird catches the worm and all that. So I'm gonna slipped a bit. Okay. Bye.
FistShark Marketing is Jim Sterling, Conrad Zimmerman, and special appearance by Holly Green. Theme music by Ben Rama. Additional music by Alazar Chand. Our editor is Alan Smithy. Get more episodes and learn how to support the show at FistShark.com. Follow us on Twitter at FistShark for more of our exploits. Complaints can be forwarded via email to fistsharkmarketing@aol.com. And remember, there were no good old days. Goodbye.